My first venture into the films of Ozu was about a year ago. It was during my first semester of college, and I didn't have a job at the time, so I spent most of my nights binging movies from all over the cinematic spectrum. It was really exciting discovering all sorts of new, incredible cinema. I was exploring the works of filmmaking titans like Lynch, Kubrick, Scorsese, Kurosawa, Leone, Godard, Cronenberg. I could go on and on. But anyway, one of these nights I decided that I should watch an Ozu film. I had heard his name a couple of times in online film discussions and forums, and I figured there's no time better than the present, so, in the dark corner of my dorm, I started Ozu's 1959 film, Good Morning. And really, I only needed to see the first few shots before I realized I was in for something special. There was a quality to these images that I had never seen before. The color palette, the geometric framing, the flat simplicity in the frames. It was so inviting, so easy to understand. If I had to describe it as anything, I would describe it as gentle, or humble maybe. And Ozu never deviates from this style. His camera faces its subjects head on, almost never angled above or below a subject. He would rarely deviate from his trusted 50mm lens, and his shots were static and unmoving. Ozu kept this simplicity within his edits. For example, the conversations in his films are shot with the camera facing the speaker head on, and when another character speaks, the film cuts to them.
そう、やっぱりね。それがね、奥さん、まだ会長さんとこ届いてないんですってさ。どうしてでしょう。
Figure 1 to figure 2 to figure 1. Shot, reverse shot, shot. It's the very fundamentals of cinema, but utilized beautifully. While most auteurs were defining their styles with unique, dynamic camera work, unconventional editing, and this grand, beautiful cinematography, Ozu's films seem to be defined by their rigid conformity to mundane but beautiful honesty. Of course, Ozu's style only really works because of the way it relates to his stories. Ozu's narratives always seem to revolve around the family, more particularly the relationships between members of these families. Good Morning is about two kids who threaten to stop talking to adults until their parents buy them a television set. Autumn Afternoon is about an aging father's relationship with his three children as he slowly begins to see himself as more and more a burden. And Tokyo Story, the film widely agreed to be his opus, is about a group of siblings and their inability to connect with their aging parents who have come to visit them from Tokyo. He returns throughout his filmography again and again to these themes of estrangement, misunderstanding, marriage, and duty within the family unit. His tragedies are understated. His films are often melancholic and lonely, with very rare, small outbursts of truly strong emotions. I think if I were to sum up his films, I would describe them as showing us the inevitable sadness that comes with the unavoidable mundanity of living.
いやね、世の中って。そう、嫌なことばっかり。
His films might not have the initial emotional gut punch of a more traditional melodrama, but they sit with you far longer. And I think, to me, that's kind of why Ozu's visual style is so effective. The simplicity of his shots and edits parallel the normality of the narratives. The mundanity of his frames heighten their subdued emotions, because almost everyone can relate to the mundanity of life, because, frankly, that's what the majority of living is. Ozu understood a part of the human condition that not many other filmmakers emphasized in their works. While the other great filmmakers focused on how humanity faces and reacts to the external, the profound, the beautiful, and the devastating, Ozu was far more interested in how we faced and reacted to the normal, the mundane, the repetitive. Really, all Ozu was interested in was living, and I find that very beautiful. I've been Eggnog, thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you next week.